They didn't send a warning. They sent bulldozers. By the time I got home from work, my vegetable garden, my sanctuary, my small patch of peace was gone, flattened. The earth still warm from the sun, but stripped bare like it had been punished. A red HOA notice flapped against my mailbox. Non-compliant vegetation, removed per section 4.3. They called it weeds. I called it dinner. When I confronted the HOA president, Mark, he smiled the kind of smile rich men give waiters. "It's for the good of the community," he said, gesturing toward the spotless lawns and the manicured golf course gleaming behind him. "We can't have eyesores in view of the green." Eyesores. That's what my tomatoes, my basil, my late father's seed-grown cucumbers were to him, an embarrassment next to his perfect little kingdom of fertilizer and fake smiles. I didn't yell. I didn't threaten. I just said, "You'll regret this," and walked away. That night, I couldn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw roots torn out of the ground, worms writhing in the dry air. By 3 a.m., I was at my desk, sketching irrigation layouts, drainage slopes, and wind direction charts, blueprints of the golf course. If they wanted to control nature, I'd let nature remind them who's boss. Over the next week, I watched. Landscapers clocked out by 7 p.m. The sprinklers kicked in at 9:15. Maintenance left the pump room unlocked every Friday after their beer run. I didn't need force. I needed patience. I started small. A few nights later, I drove by with a bag of compost and a shovel. I slipped through the service gate and buried clusters of fast-growing vines along the edges. Wild morning glories. Creeping cucumber, kudzu seeds soaked in nutrient gel. Every step felt like justice taking root. By the end of the week, I added my secret weapon. Seed bombs packed with clay, soil, and the same heirloom seeds they'd bulldozed. I tossed them into sand traps and under benches, one by one, until my hands ached. At first, nothing. Just grass, trimmed and smug as ever. But then came the rain. A week later, green tendrils crawled across the fairway. 2 weeks in, vines coiled around sprinklers and crawled up flagpoles. By the third week, it was chaos. The HOA board called an emergency meeting. "It's invasive growth," Mark shouted. "Who's responsible for this?" The landscaper blamed the weather. Meanwhile, I watched from the edge of the lot, sipping coffee, dirt still under my nails. Soon, their pristine greens turned into tangled jungles. Golf carts stalled in knee-high weeds. Frogs croaked in the bunkers. Bees buzzed where golf balls used to land. Local news called it the course that nature took back. The HOA tried to fumigate, but every spray only made the weeds thicker. Maintenance bills skyrocketed, members quit. The course closed for ecological restoration. I visited one last time before they fenced it off. The air smelled alive again, sweet, wet, and wild. I knelt, pressed a seed into the soil and whispered, "Grow." Mark's yard faces the overgrown hole where the first tee used to be. Every morning, he wakes up to what they destroyed, alive again, thriving and untouchable. So yeah, they took my garden. I took their empire. Would you have let them bulldoze your peace? Or would you have fed their lawn the same medicine? Type one word that sums this up. Like and subscribe for more stories.